New year, new me. As we wrap up the end of 2024 and begin to look forward to a new year, so many people are doing new year, new me, and excited to build a better life. I'm Tracy from Money Boss, and I am here to help you step into your personal power, make more money, and build your dream life. How's that sound? In today's episode, I'm going to share with you the Dream Life Blueprint. So many people wake up each and every day and think it's Groundhog Day, especially at a certain point in your life. If you're young, there can still be a lot of change, but as you tend to get older, you get set in a job, you have a family, routine gets set, and you end up living Groundhog Day and repeating the same day, creating the same life every single day. Let me tell you, you can absolutely change your life and build your dream life. So, a word on opportunity. We look at the news, we listen to the news, we scroll through social media. Big mistakes, by the way. You can't help but be frightened, concerned, angry, mad, despair. I don't think the news or social media leaves you with a great state of being, unless you're only following positive accounts and controlling what you see. But the dangerous part is if we're always looking to our environment to signal our possibility and how things are going and encourage us, we're going to be stuck in Groundhog Day each and every day. And there's never going to be very positive or encouraging things that come from the outside. So we need to take control of our mindset and our focus and realize that what we take in each and every day programs us on the screen of our mind. So if you're watching doom and gloom on the news all the time and thinking that there's a recession and there's no money and everybody's going broke, that comes in to your mind through your eyes, through your ears, and it goes to the screen of your mind, and your brain says, poverty, destruction, that's all there is. And it forms thoughts and beliefs that helps you create your reality. We'll get into that a little bit later. But the most important thing to know is if you shut that off, and if you start focusing on positive and taking control of your attention, which creates your life, you can start to focus on the positive and brainwash yourself, so to speak, with great information, positive books, positive accounts, business information, things that bring your knowledge up, your mood up, your mindset, your vibration, your energy, your focus, all the core things you need to create your reality. So as we wrap up 2024 and roll into 2025, and we want to create our dream life, step one of the blueprint is taking control of our attention. If you don't want to create a life that is seen in mainstream media, don't pay attention to it. Shut that off. Condition your mind with positive audiobooks, positive physical books, positive social media accounts, thought leaders, YouTube, podcasts. You need to take control of your attention or somebody else will. And wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. And wherever your energy flows is the reality you create. So, number one step for building your dream life is taking control of your focus and time and energy. And realizing that everything around you is designed to grab your most important resources, your focus, your time, your energy, your money, and the love that you have, your positive vibration, all the essential 5 energies of reality creation. So instead of taking garbage in, and then your mind creates garbage out or same out, we'll take control of our focus. our time, our energy, and realize that there is more opportunity now than there has ever been, right as we sit. Back in the day, when I started my career, to be honest, other than multi-level networking companies, you really had to have a lot of money and financial backing to become a business owner. It had to be brick and mortar. There was no internet. The internet has leveled the playing field for the little guy. But yet we're still taught and conditioned and thinking of the 70s and the 80s, when here we are in 2024, and there's more first generation millionaires and billionaires than ever before. Hey, it's me. Real quick, if you're enjoying this episode, like it and subscribe so you don't miss a future video. I am here to create a money revolution, and that involves helping people, helping you step into your personal power, make more money, and build your dream life. It is possible. It is possible for you. Join me on this money revolution. Subscribe now. Before, if you were going to be a millionaire, you either had to win the lottery, the physical lottery, or the genetic lottery. You had to be born to the right people or buy the right ticket. Now, there is more opportunity. Is it easy? No. Is it simple? Straightforward? Abundance of opportunities? Yes. But if you allow the outside chaos of the world, purposely designed to distract your focus and keep you paralyzed in fear, you'll never think that. Heck, and even if we are in a recession and continue to be in a recession, there are more millionaires and billionaires born in a recession than there usually is at any other time of the economic cycle. Your focus is your attention, and where your attention goes, your energy goes. Where your energy goes is what you create in your life. So that is the most important part about taking responsibility for your focus, your time, your energy. Saying, no, I'm going to control what comes in through my ears and my mind and the conversations I have and how I see life. Because if I continue to see life like the average Joe, that there's no hope and everything's going to the dogs, whatever the saying is, that's what you'll create. It takes a lot of focus. Just like the racehorses. Do you know why they wear blinders? Because if a racehorse doesn't have blinders on, they'll spend their time looking to the side to find the other horses they're racing. And you want to know the crazy part? When a horse moves their neck, I have had a horse. I've had several horses. When a horse moves their neck and turns it to the side, it throws off their balance and they slow down, they get distracted. And that mere act of looking around and paying attention to all the other horses would cause them to lose the race. Isn't that crazy? And meanwhile, here on planet Earth, we are in the the circus of distractions, and we wonder why we cannot build the life of our dreams. So that's my number one thing for you. If you want a new life and a new me in 2025, you need to be committed to owning your focus, your time, your energy, your money, and your vibration. How you feel will be a result of when you take control of those main energies of life. Second thing I wanted to share with you. If you want to build a dream life, first off, you need to know what that looks like. Not knowing what your dream is, and it doesn't have to be crystal clear, is like a sailor putting the boat in the water and saying, let's go somewhere, and expect to end up somewhere, right? You'll be a ship at sea with no GPS on. So if you want to end up somewhere, you need to have a goal, because our mind works best when we have a goal. It helps hone in our attention and our focus. Otherwise, you're easily distracted and you'll spin your wheels and not accomplish anything. So your goal may be to start your own business. It might be to finally start saving money or to get healthy. So you need to set that as a number one goal. And you can hone in a little bit more. And maybe it's lose 10 pounds, or maybe it's save $100, whatever it is, 120 bucks. Maybe saving 10 bucks a month is a big deal for you. And you might be like, well, that's hardly worth it. It's not, because it's the act and the commitment of doing something that builds a habit. And when you become the person that can save $10, $20, $50, $100, whatever it is, don't go too big. Save something small. Here's a story. When I wanted to start finally saving money, I wasn't making a lot of money. My goodness, I needed every single cent and more, because at that point, I was probably still spending on credit card because I didn't know better. I set a goal to save 20 bucks. And at the beginning of the month, before I'd spend on anything else, I'd take that 20 bucks and I'd actually walk it over to a bank and go put it in. Different times I put it in a jar, hid it away, and then after I had a couple $100, I'd go put it in the bank. The physical act of becoming a saver, the discipline, pardon me, is more important than the amount. Because once you commit to it and stick to it, you have a habit, and then you can scale it up from there. Let's say year one, putting 10 bucks away is a big deal. And you're like, I should be putting that on my credit card. At the end of the day, 10 bucks more on your credit card is not going to make a big difference. Start the discipline of becoming a saver, whether that's 10 bucks or 20 bucks. Start small. Don't do 200 if you're in debt. Do 20 bucks and commit to that. It's not going to make a difference on the credit card, but you are now developing a habit of being a saver that's in charge of their money. And when you have that little win is stackable, and that starts to build a new identity. And guess what? I ended up saving 20 bucks when that could have went on the credit card, but not made a dent. But you know the magic that happened? I became a new person with a new identity of a saver. And when I changed my identity, I started the reality creation framework differently. And that's how you start to win in life. You develop habits and then you scale it up. So whether you want to be more fit, lose weight, find a habit of health and stick to it and scale it up. Whether you want to take control of your finances, save some money, any little amount, stick to it, don't spend it, and become a saver, and then build on that. When you want to start a business, if that's your goal, set the goal of being a business owner. If you know the type of business, the area, build out a plan of all the different steps that you need to do. Don't quit your job, obviously, until you have a great income replacing your job. Most people can and should build a side hustle in the evening because it takes a lot of bumping around, I call it, to start to build the skill sets and become a business owner, to build a following, to kind of get your voice, to figure out what you're interested in, to have ideas, to learn. It's not an overnight process. So figure out what your goal is for 2025 and don't do 10 of them. Pick one or two really big goals and then break that down by one big action every month that you must achieve on the way to that business, and then do one big goal a week that you need to accomplish if it's a side hustle. What's the best way to eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? Don't expect to be $1 million business owner by the end of the year because some kid on the internet did it. It's not realistic. You're in for the long haul at your job. Why not be in for the long haul of building your financial savviness, of learning the skills of being a business owner, of getting fit and taking control of your health? Those are worthy goals. And you need to have a focus on that. So as I shared my story of my habit of becoming a saver, I did that for fitness with a small goal as well. And then, sure enough, I became a new version of myself. And then you have a win, and it's small and it's momentum. And that's what keeps you going. So decide what your goal is, your big goal in life. Set that, set monthly goals, weekly goals. Realize where you're at right now. Maybe you are extremely in debt. And maybe the goal is to just stop spending on the credit card because you know that puts you further and further behind. Maybe it's stop spending on the credit card and or saving. Two very worthy goals, right? And those are big things to taking control of your financial destiny. You need to be able to manage your spending, manage your saving, and then work on your income. So, realizing you need to take control of your energies of life is step number one. Number two is your path. Where do you want to go? Where are you at right now? And then simply start walking forward in baby steps from there. That's simple. What's your goal? Where are you at? Start walking. We want to overcomplicate it with fear and doubt and uncertainty, and it's going to come up. But we just keep on walking forward. We make a mistake, we learn, we grow. As long as you don't quit, you learn, you pivot, you navigate. Okay? Take control of your 5 most important resources. I did a video about that. I'll link it in the show notes and watch that one because that's important. And then get your plan of attack. Don't scatter yourself with 10 big goals next year. Set one big goal. And whether that big goal is to become a saver, stop spending on credit card, get fit, pick one goal. Because I find what happens, we don't focus. And one of the best sayings is, he who tries to catch many rabbits catch none. So if you're going to try and lose 20 pounds, stop going into debt, stop spending too much, start saving, and start building a business, that's a lot. You're probably going to try and catch too many rabbits and get overwhelmed. I would suggest pick a big goal for the year and then anchor your monthly goals and your weekly goals and your daily goals, if appropriate, to that big goal. And maybe this year is fitness. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because that is a surefire way to fail. Focus on one thing. Maybe that's one thing business, one thing personal. Don't go crazy, because again, you try and chase many rabbits, you're tired at the end of a workday, right? You won't achieve those goals. The best way to eat an elephant, one bite at a time. So what's that year goal for 2025? What big actions can you do every month? What big action can you do every week if you're working? Just do one thing a week. One thing a day is probably too much. One thing a week. Launch the social media platforms for this week. And then the next week, you put up a Canva banner with your artwork. Then the next week, you start posting, etc., one bite at a time. Know the 5 most important energies. You got to have a game plan. Where are you going? If you don't know that, you're not going to get there. You'll just be lost at sea and not making progress. And then the third step is using the reality creation framework that I shared in a previous video that I'll share here in the show notes, and walk through that and realize that who you are right now is a byproduct of all your yesterdays. I'm 42 years old. It took me 42 years to build this life that I have. It took the thoughts and beliefs, feelings, actions of me, my previous version, to get me here. So if you're sitting there super in debt, not living your dream life, realize that's okay. That's past you that built that. Now you're going to listen to this and realize that you build your reality. You can let go of your family programming, your family results, your family expectation, the fact that we are this family and we're fourth generation poverty, or we're this family and we're all accountants. You own your life, nobody else. At the end of the day, I believe when we go on to wherever we go on, it's only going to be us that's going to stand there and look back at our life and say, well done, Tracy, or, oh, coulda, shoulda, woulda. And what a yucky feeling that is. Not only for there, but if you're living a coulda, shoulda, woulda life and not working towards living a dream life, it's not how life is meant to be. I'm not saying quit your job and just build a side hustle. That's foolish. And there's people giving that crazy advice out there. No, it's working towards your dream. If you really want it that bad, you are going to want it and work at it harder than your excuses. If you want to take control of your financial destiny, you're going to want to hate poverty more than you hate working your evenings on a side hustle or getting a part-time job to pay off your debt. You need to hate, and I don't like that. It's not the most positive, but that's okay. You have to have a burning desire that pushes you away or pulls you forward. So if you want money and you want to be out of debt so bad, you got to be thoroughly disgusted with overspending and credit card debt and want to see a different vision for your life. So let's share the reality creation framework. And I have a whole video on that. I'll share it in the notes here. But simply put, who you are right now, your thoughts and beliefs are what start to create your reality. 97% of your thoughts and beliefs are from the subconscious. Those are programmed from your past by your parents. And most of it is from the time you're 1 to 7 years old. Crazy, mind blowing, I know. But all those things your parents said as kids, we don't have money for that. Who do you think you are? You're getting too big for your britches. You're blah, blah, blah. All of that programming formed us. And a lot of our 20s, 30s, the rest of our life, we end up seeking out, seeing only results that match how we're programmed. So when you realize that this is the most powerful iPhone you ever own, and you can upgrade it with new knowledge, courses, affirmations, hypnosis, belief, new information, when you realize that somebody else like you, whatever that is, gender, race, economic level, when you realize that somebody else has come from poverty and made themselves rich, that's no longer a fact that you can't get rich, because if somebody else has done it, you can. So when you take in new information, you start to get new thoughts and beliefs. And that's the start of the reality creation framework. And when you think and believe something, you act in accordance with that thought and belief. So if you go, wait a minute, Tony Robbins came from like abuse and poverty and hard times, and he made it. And this guy and this guy, and oh, I thought I couldn't do it because I'm a female, but look at all those females rocking it. Put in your concern, whatever your mental narrative is. Find somebody like you that has done it and blow your own limiting beliefs out of the water. Thoughts, beliefs. You act according to your thoughts and beliefs. It gives you a feeling, thoughts, beliefs, feeling that you have based on your thoughts and beliefs. So if you think you are dumb because some silly teacher told you that, and you have continued to carry that forward, because that's what we do when we're programmed to be young, and it's hurtful and it's impactful and traumatizing, you carry that forward. And then you start to feel like a dumb person all your life. And then when you feel like a dumb person, you act like a dumb person. And when you act like a dumb person, you get dumb person results. That's a very simple one. If you come from fourth generation poverty, you have the thoughts and beliefs. That's your future. That's all you can achieve. You don't even know there's other possibilities. Maybe because of social media you do, but you can't achieve that because you come from poverty. So you feel that way. You don't take action to improve your life because you don't think it's an option. And then you get the same life. And then you go through reality creation, better put this way, and you stay the same forever. You get new thoughts and beliefs from information, videos like this, podcasts, books, mentors. And then all of a sudden you get this little nugget of an idea. You might not believe it. You might be like, well, if they did it, just maybe I can do it, right? And you might not believe it. But if they've done it, they've blown your limiting belief out of the water. So suspend your disbelief and go, wait a minute. If somebody else has done it and making money is a skill and learning is a skill and it's not according to our XYZ limiting belief, if everything is just factual and a skill set, and I have full faculties and I'm physically functioning, bonuses, they've done it. Maybe I can do it. And you're not going to believe it, but you blew your limiting belief out of the water. And now it's a doubt. You're doubting your doubts. And then you start to feel a little different. And you're like, well, wait a minute. Maybe there is hope for me. And then you start watching this YouTube channel, podcasts. You go to the library, the bookstore, and grab a book on financial management. And you start to learn the skill of money. You felt different. Now you took a different action. And now you're going to get a different result eventually. Don't quit because it's no change in sight today, tomorrow, the next month, a year. Sometimes it takes time, right? If at a job you get an annual review, you might not see the result of your mindset improvements for a year if that's how you make your money. So don't learn and then give up in a few months because it's too soon. Commit to setting your goal and walking towards it, not quitting, and always improving your skill set, building yourself as the CEO of your life. Let's put it this way. There's different people with different skill sets and natural talents. Yes. Like being a singer. I mean, that is God-given or not. You can learn if you're decent, but people have God-given talents. And I believe that's related to a purpose. But for the bulk of people, we will have, I believe, something that we're naturally gifted at or meant to be gifted at deep down inside, but it's our job to uncover that. And part of the game of life, let's call it, is going through the obstacles and the challenges that life throws at you to uncover the gold of your purpose, your talents, because it's not good times that help you uncover the gold of who you are. It's the hard times when you overcome and persevere and build a skill set, and it stacks over days, months, years, decades. And then that's how you continue to walk forward. That's how you continue to change your reality. You go through the reality creation framework all the time, every day, technically every week, every month, every year. And then, like I said, if you have a better skill set, better attitude, all of a sudden it comes time for your review at your job. And your boss has realized how hard you're working and the good attitude, all of a sudden they give you a raise. And then you jump and you're like, wait a minute, this reality creation stuff works. And then maybe you're like, okay, well, I want to be self-employed. I'm going to start a side hustle. And then you go through this and nothing happens because you got to learn all the skills of business. And then eventually you get to the point where you have your accounts, you've built a following, You put an offer out. Maybe it even fails. Then you rejig, and then you sell your first course, your first product, and then whoosh, all of a sudden you're in a different game. How many days, weeks, years, months before that did it take before you seen the change on the exterior? That's the hard part. As individuals, we're always looking around at the reality out here to build our reality. When meanwhile, it's in your head. You're getting the knowledge, you're improving your thoughts, your skill sets on the inside, and it's invisible until you manifest, build, create, sell the product on the outside, and then you change your external reality. They don't teach you this. So they don't teach you this, period, in school, how to create your reality. Nobody tells us this. And I'm going against the contrary mainstream. Manifest your dreams. Yes, that's great. But manifesting and the metaphysical is one of three parts of creation. That's up here. The laws of the universe. There's 12 of them. The law of attraction is one of them. And then that's the first plane, pardon me, which is the metaphysical. And then you have the mental thought, where you create everything. Think of anything around you. My iPhone that's sitting beside me. Before that was created in reality, somebody created it in their mind. Everything. This beautiful globe. Before that became a physical item that was for sale that I purchased, somebody had that blueprint in their mind. Everything is created twice. It is created in our mind first and then in physical reality. And that is the tricky part that nobody tells you. Metaphysically, you need to align with the laws of the universe, cause and action and cause, all of them. Law of attraction, the law of compensation. There's so many of them. That is one plane of creation. Then you have your mindset. That's how you think of the ideas. And then the third one, the physical, where you show up at work on your computer in front of a screen and start promoting your content, your knowledge, your products. The metaphysical, the mindset, and the physical hustle. You need all three of those planes of existence to change your reality. I hope this helped. To me, guys, oh my goodness, I'm 42. So I'll say probably since I was 18 learning this stuff, step by step, and piecing this all together and reading and learning. And I'm so excited to bring you the condensed knowledge. Literally, whatever length this episode ends up being contains all the information that you need to create your reality. I can't create your reality for you. You're going to have to go and do the work on the new mindset, the research. You're going to have to think new thoughts to create a new reality. You're going to have to do new actions to have a better body or to create what's in your mind. If you're a welder, you're not just going to go, I see a nice globe that I want to market on Etsy. You're going to have the idea and you'll be like, wow, that's neat. And then you're going to go into your workshop and you're going to start crafting this. And then all the laws of the universe come into play and work with your mindset and your physical activity to start to change your reality. Literally, if all you watched was this video and started setting your dream, realizing where you're at, making a small blueprint, then taking control of your 5 currencies, energies of life, focusing on that dream, and then going through the reality creation framework to improve your mindset and improve your life, you would accomplish your dream right there. So if you have goals for a bigger, more beautiful life with more love, more health, more money, don't be ashamed of that. That is the very essence and urge of life. It's not greedy. Our innermost desire as humans is to express ourselves, to create, to be more, to have more, because through that, we build ourselves. So if you want to be wealthy, don't be ashamed of that. It is a very worthy endeavor because at the end of the day, while spending time with people is great, while volunteering is great, it takes a lot of money to make change in your life, in your family's life, in a community. So if you have a good heart, a good mind, a willingness to work, and a desire to change the world, one of your most worthy endeavors in life is learning how to be financially in control of your financial destiny. Because when you are a money boss, that's exactly what this channel's about. When you're a money boss, you're boss of your life. You have your spending under control. You're saving. And then you're starting to work on increasing your income. And when you're working on those different areas of life, you're becoming a money boss in charge of your life. And when you have money, that is when you can make the greatest impact with a great heart and a great mind and money to back what you want to do, or just, heck, to live a comfortable life. Do not be ashamed of that. That's when you have the ability to live life on your terms, to reach the top of the Maslow hierarchy of needs pyramid and self-actualize. When you have time and money, that's when you, unfortunately, start to become the best version of you. Because here's the thing, when we're running around stressed out, trying to survive financially, we're stuck at the bottom level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs in the pyramid of needs. This is being the best version of yourself. When you're in survival mode financially, that's where you're at. And you're making decisions based on surviving versus what you really want to be doing, or bringing out your talents or discovering your mission. So as you improve yourself mentally, physically, and work on those 3 planes, when you're dedicated to creating your own reality, no matter what reality looks like, you're starting to move yourself up. And then that's how you become the best version of yourself and make the most impact on the world. So never, hun, darling, you in the audience, never be ashamed of wanting to make more money. That is programming out here designed to make you ashamed, embarrassed, stuck in the rat race, and feeling guilty. And also wanting to belong to the herd. If we're told money is bad, rich people are bad, who wants to go make money and be a bad rich person? That is hogwash. Don't listen to that. It's designed to keep you stuck, broke, and part of a system that is not the best outcome for your life. I'll leave you with this thought. Life is not meant to be a struggle, but it is because we're not taught everything I just shared in this video. If you take 2025, take control of your 5 main energies. I'll link that video below. Figure out where you want to go. Start to make a little plan on how to get there. And then work yourself through the reality creation framework every single day, because you're doing it, whether you know it or not. It's just usually recreating the same reality and never getting anywhere because you don't know how to make change. Take the steps I shared in this video and you will build your dream life over the next weeks, months, 2025, and then into 2026, 27, and the rest of your life. Otherwise, somebody is going to build your life for you, and it ain't going to be your dream life. Chances are you're just going to be stuck in a system that's designed to Oh, designed to really exhaust your five main energies and keep you from living your dream life, keep you average. That's what the mainstream system is designed for. This was a great episode, in my opinion. These have been some of the biggest, most game-changing episode information, pardon me. It's been a long day. I've recorded several episodes for my media companies and for this channel. These lessons here are the final learnings of many, many years. And because I've done it, because many others have done it, means that it is factual, not emotional, not depending on any external or physical insecurity you might have. If somebody's done it like you, a human, you can do it too. I hope this episode helped. I want you to step into your personal power. It's in there. Just need to step into it. And when you start to do that, you can start to make more money, build your dream life, and start to take control of your financial destiny. I want to take this opportunity to wish you the very best of everything for 2025. We'll see you next year. Bye, guys.